Listen, let's be honest for a second. Finding a spouse today feels confusing. Should I talk to someone first? Is this allowed? Am I doing something wrong? Why is it so hard now? And maybe the hardest question, why does everyone else seem to figure it out except me? A brother once said, I want to get married the right way. But everywhere I look, it feels impossible. Apps feel wrong. Talking feels risky. Waiting feels endless. And a sister said, I'm trying to protect my faith, but I also don't want to stay alone forever. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. This struggle is real. People made it complicated. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. The halal way is not complicated. People made it complicated. Let's clear something first. It's about peace. Marriage in Islam is not just about love. It's about building a life that brings you closer to Allah, not further away. So the question is not, how do I find someone? The real question is, how do I find the right someone in a way that keeps my heart clean? But where do I even start? You start with yourself. I'm ready for marriage. Are you? Not emotionally, but spiritually, because the kind of spouse you want is directly connected to the person you are becoming. A brother wants a righteous wife, but he's not consistent in prayer. A sister wants a God-conscious husband, but she ignores her own growth. That's not how it works. Work on yourself first? Yes, but not in a vague way. Build your character. Fix your habits. Control your desires. Strengthen your relationship with Allah, because marriage doesn't fix you. It reveals you. Now let's talk about the biggest confusion. Is it allowed to talk before marriage? Yes, but not the way people are doing it today. Not endless chatting, not emotional attachment, not late-night conversations that slowly pull your heart in. That's not getting to know someone. That's getting attached to someone. And attachment without commitment leads to pain. So what's the right way then? Simple, purposeful communication. You talk to evaluate, not to entertain. Do our values align? Do we want the same kind of life? How do we handle problems? What does faith actually mean to you? This is not a love story yet. This is a decision. But feelings matter. Of course they do. But feelings should come after clarity, not before. Because when feelings come first, you ignore red flags. You justify wrong behavior. You become blind just because you don't want to lose the person. A brother once admitted, I knew she wasn't right for me. But I kept going because I was already emotionally invested. That's the trap. And that's why the halal way protects you. It slows things down before your heart runs too far. Now let's address something real. What about apps? Apps are not the problem, your approach is. If you use them like entertainment, you'll get hurt. If you use them with intention, with boundaries, with family awareness, they can be a tool. But the moment it turns into secret conversations or emotional dependency, you've crossed the line. And what about family? This is where many people struggle. I don't want to involve my family too early. I'm scared they'll say no. I want to be sure first. That's understandable. But completely hiding things creates more risk, because when things get serious and your family suddenly finds out, it becomes harder, messier, more emotional. The halal way includes guidance. It includes accountability. It protects both people, not just one. So involve a trusted person early, not necessarily a full announcement, but someone who keeps things grounded. And what should I look for in a spouse? Let's simplify it. 3 things: faith, character, compatibility. Faith means they take their relationship with Allah seriously, not perfectly, but sincerely. Character means how they treat people, how they handle anger, how they respond when things don't go their way, because that's who they really are. Compatibility means your lifestyles align, your expectations match, your future vision is not completely opposite. Attraction? Yes, it matters, but it's not the foundation. Because attraction can grow, but bad character only becomes more visible. Now let's talk about something no one says: rejection. You might try, you might meet someone, you might think, this could be it, and then it doesn't work out, and it hurts. Why does this keep happening to me? Because not every connection is meant to last. And sometimes, what you see as rejection is actually protection. Protection from a marriage that would have broken you later. Trust this process, even when it's slow, even when it feels unfair, because Allah sees what you don't. And what if I'm getting older? This pressure is real. I'm running out of time. No one good is left. I missed my chance. These thoughts will push you into desperation, and desperation leads to bad decisions. Never choose someone just because you're afraid of being alone. Choose someone because they bring you closer to who you want to become. And what about love? Love is not something you chase. It's something that grows after respect, after trust, after commitment. The halal way doesn't remove love. It builds it on something stronger. So if you're serious about doing this the right way, remember this. You don't need to talk to 10 people. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compromise your values. You need clarity. You need patience. And you need trust in Allah's plan. Take a step, fix your intentions, clean your approach, set your boundaries, and move forward with purpose. Because the right person will not pull you away from your faith. They will make it easier, not perfect, but easier. And when it finally happens, you won't feel confused. You won't feel anxious. You won't feel like you're forcing something. You'll feel peace, and that's how you know you did it the right way.